All right, so today a huge verdict was announced. 3 out of the 5 counts Diddy was accused of, he was found innocent, yet he still sits in prison, and rumor has it, it'll be till October. We're going to get into it after a quick word from our sponsor. Want a live interview with Viral Hip Hop News? Email me, Sam Ant, at dlsmediainc1@gmail.com. Let's go. If you're an artist, an entrepreneur, if you want your music or your brand promoted here on Viral Hip Hop News, email me, dlsmediainc1@gmail.com. Again, that is dlsmediainc1@gmail.com. Hit me up for all of your promotional needs. I got a number of great promotional packages and ideas, and whatever the case, it's going to be hard not to work with me. So get up, hit me up with my email, and shoot me an email, and let's get to work. And special shout out to our sponsors for this show, Med Leaf Dispensary, providing you with all of your hemp CBD needs. If you are in the South Jersey area, in particular, Atlantic County, in particular, Egg Harbor City, New Jersey, Philadelphia Avenue, hit them up. Med Leaf Dispensary. Got some great things going on in there. Them great people at Med Leaf has partnered up with me. 40% off on most of their products. Let them know Viral Hip Hop News sent you. 201 Philadelphia Avenue, Egg Harbor City, New Jersey, 08215. Go support right now. All right, so again, we talked about it this morning. I want to say about 10:15 or so, 10:20. In the 10 o'clock hour, a verdict came down on the Diddy trial. 3 out of the 5 counts he was accused of, he was found innocent, yet he still sits in prison. And like I said, rumor has it until October. A lot of people obviously talking about it, commenting on it. One of those people, former Judge Mathis, who broke down the counts, broke down the 2 counts he was convicted of, and what he feels as though is a proper sentence for those 2 punishments. I'm going to play the clip, and then I'll give my thoughts on the entire situation. Let's get it.
By now, you all know that Sean Diddy Combs has been convicted of interstate transportation of prostitutes, the only 2 crimes I believed he committed. As I've said in the beginning, after the closing arguments, I thought that would be the only thing they would convict him of, and that is the case. And I'm going to respect the juror's decision. On the other hand, he's been denied bail. I'm not sure if that's fair for 2 counts of interstate transportation of prostitutes, tricking. And in that sense, precedent shows that it's 21 to 27 months, indeed the guidelines for each count of interstate transportation of prostitutes for first-time offenders. As such, the sentencing should be in conjunction with precedent and in conjunction with first-time offenders. I'll also talk more about this on the Mathis Verdict podcast, or the clips that we'll be showing of the podcast over the weekend, but certainly next week we'll be discussing in thorough the case and what I suggest the sentencing should be. So keep an eye out for us next week for a full analysis of this.
So that's Judge Mathis' breakdown. He feels as though the verdict was correctly done. He feels as though the 2 counts of transportation of prostitutes, aka tricking, aka pimping, was sentenced correctly, and the other 3 counts of not guilty were also sentenced correctly, but does not agree with the notion that he does not receive bond. There were numerous attempts today by the defense, by Diddy's defense team, on getting him out. It looked like even the judge may have agreed with some of their concerns and some of their reasoning in getting him out, but prosecution, Cassie's lawyers, a number of people banged the table and pleaded for him to continue to stay in prison, and there's where he stands. Now, there's a lot of rumors going around on whether or not, now they said that they were going to meet next week to see if we could possibly expedite this situation and he could be released earlier, or a decision can be made. And then there's also rumors going around by way of Say Cheese TV, as well as I've seen it on Active Dialogue, that a judge denied bail for Diddy, and the sentencing date of October 3rd is when we'll get a decision. And I'm not saying they're wrong, because they obviously got the information from somewhere, but I'm getting a lot of conflicting reports on whether or not this is going to go down next week, or he has to wait out the entire summer and find his fate in October, which would be ridiculous if you ask me. Absolutely crazy. And it kind of just goes along the lines of they want this dude in prison. They want him behind bars. For whatever reason, they want him behind bars. Now, I'm not sitting here banging the table that, oh, he's a good person, oh, he's this, oh, he's that. We're not talking about that. Look, the man was found innocent on 3 of the major charges, the charges that the federal team definitely wanted him to be convicted of, merely for the fact that if he's convicted for racketeering, if he's convicted for the RICO, then their entire case is now validated. Without it, it makes you raise serious questions as to what the hell they were doing to begin with. Where'd all this evidence go? Where'd all these speculations of child trafficking, child abuse, molestation, all of these things that were being talked about and being rumored about as we were watching them raid his home and as we were watching this case accumulate? We were thinking that, okay, we're going to see some things that kind of coincide and validate the reasoning for a RICO charge. And as the court and as the proceedings went forward and as the weeks went by, it was a clear notice that all they had was Cassie, a couple prostitutes, a couple Jane Does, and some real freaky ass behavior going on in private bedrooms with Diddy and other participants. Now, we will never erase the fact that we've seen him physically abuse her in that hotel, but that's all we got. That's all we got. And it seems like, for whatever reason, and I don't even believe it's the reasoning of him domestically abusing her at that time. I think it's far deeper than that on why they got this man sitting behind bars for so long. And I think it's a real slap in the face if they make him wait until October. That would be absolutely insane. I think he needs to be released now. If sentencing's in October and it does look like he'll receive some type of jail time, he should be able to have time in his home after serving already 9 months in jail to be able to go home and spend time with his family and live a somewhat normal life until sentencing. And like I said, it does look like he'll receive something, even though in my personal opinion, 9 months time served, let him go on and move on with his life. But we'll see what happens. Y'all leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you thought of Judge Mathis, Jesus Christ. Judge Mathis and his comments in regards to Diddy's sentencing. And what do you think about the rumors or the alleged situation where he has been denied bail, which is clear, that's no rumor. He has been denied bail, but will have to sit in jail until October 3rd of 2025. That would be crazy if that was the case. But y'all leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think of the situation. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. I'm tired. It's been a long day, but I love y'all and I love what I do, man. So until next time, till next story, Sam Ant, CEO of the brand Viral Hip Hop News. Love y'all. Love yourselves. And most importantly, love yours. I'm out of here, man. Peace.